Hello, chosen ones. This is Eric here. We're back with another video. We're all getting attacked this week in one way, shape, or form because we're like one military unit that works together for God's kingdom, and most of us we're getting attacked through somebody that's close to us. We've been able to break away from most of the toxic people in our lives. If you've been awake for any amount of time, you've already been navigating through this and separating yourself and staying set apart. But there's still these closest family members or friends that are still kind of in our circle, or they just appear. They come in and out every once in a while. They show up and then they disappear, and they show up and they disappear. But that's how we're getting it right now. I'm getting it through some of my family members. My wife's getting it through some of hers. And these people will show up with a gift, or they'll show up with some food. Like, you don't see them for weeks, and you don't even talk to them. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door. I'm like, okay, who's at the door? We don't ever get people at the door. And then they got food or they got gifts or something they want to give you, and I'm like, okay. Sometimes your heart starts to, you feel it in your heart, like, well, maybe this person's starting to change. Maybe they're coming around. Maybe they finally starting to wake up. Maybe we finally getting through to them. And then you let them speak for a few minutes, and just they haven't changed at all. They'll start to attack you. They'll start to criticize you. They'll start to say something about something in your house is dirty or something like that, and they act like they just perfect. And like, you know what, that you see the spirit operating through them at that point when they start doing that kind of stuff. But then you realize the whole reason they're there was just an attack. It's the devil trying to find a door to get back in. But we've been at it for so long, it gets to be funny now. We can see it and we recognize it, but you got to be careful about people giving you gifts. When you're trying to stop doing something, and you know something that's a sin or God led you away from, or even for me, we've stopped eating certain foods and stuff that, we're trying to follow the biblical food laws, and all of a sudden somebody's bringing you food and it's got something in there that you're not wanting to eat, like pork. We don't eat pork anymore, and then that person that gave you the food, they'll come back and ask you, did you eat any of it? So it's like, now you're gonna get caught in a lie. I don't like lying to people. I just straight up tell them I don't eat it. I didn't eat it. If I look in there and I see something in there, if I see pork in there or some kind of meat, I'm not eating it. But yeah, the devil comes at you in all kind of weird ways. I've had a family member bring me a big old case of potato chips, but it was the Zapp's potato chips, which I like those chips, but for one, we're trying to eat healthy. Two, it said voodoo on it. I'm like, I'm not eating nothing that says voodoo on there. So and I hate to waste food and throw it away, but it's like, I don't know. I was like, throw it out. So we're throwing it away. It's like, but yeah, they come at us in all kind of weird ways, man. You gotta be careful, because people gift you things, and you gotta really test the spirits on them and think about what's behind this. Why did this just show up? I have sometimes people just leave stuff on my front porch. I'm like, where did this come from? And don't even know who gave it to me sometimes. So I was like, you gotta be careful. I know some people, they have good intentions behind it, but they don't realize there's a spirit working through them because they're asleep. They have no idea of the spirit realm and the spirit's operating through each and every one of us. But yeah, y'all be careful out there. Like I said, I've seen some of the other Chosen One videos, that they're getting attacked too, or they're losing people in their family or friends, loved ones dying. But yeah, that's definitely something going on right now, because it's been pretty quiet the last couple of weeks, but just this week it started up again. I could tell something's going on. But we have to stay vigilant. Think of, think about everything coming your way, because yeah, just anything. Like if you given up drinking or you had a problem with drinking, all of a sudden someone's gonna show up with a case of beer. Here's a case of beer. You're like, no, I don't want that. But sometimes I just take it and I just throw it. I don't want to be rude to them. I'll take it, and I just throw it in the trash. All that beer just goes to waste. I've had people give me cases of beer before, and I'm like, I don't drink that. But and I got like a little refrigerator underneath my carport. They go stick the case of beer in there for me. Like, I know they coming from a good place in their heart, but they don't realize there's a spirit working through them. And it's like, you can't tell these people this stuff because they can just think you're crazy. But yeah, I think it says that in the Bible too. Like, we're not even supposed to accept gifts like that. Like, say, now if I do a job for somebody and somebody wants to give me a tip of money, and a lot of times people will put extra money on it because I'm self-employed, and sometimes my prices are lower than the average company around. So sometimes people are like, no, man, you need to charge more than that, and they'll add a few more dollars to it or whatever. I'll accept that, but all these just random gifts that come at me out of the blue, just and especially if it's somebody that you know has been working against you and trying to hurt you in the past, and all of a sudden they're trying to help you, you got to be on your guard about it. Sometimes it's going to work for you. God makes everything work for your favor, but you got to be careful, because some of these things are out to hurt you, or to try to make you fall back into sin or something. So test the spirits out there, and like I say, stay vigilant, because we're under attack right now. And I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, and take care.